Well, good morning, everybody. I'm San Diego Mayor Todd, Gloria, and this is a great day for City Heights. So you can see that there is an all-star cast of local residents and leaders, and I want to acknowledge just a couple right here at the beginning, starting with my friend, my partner in Council District 9, and our City Council President, Sean Elo-Rivera. Council President? One of the coolest jobs in the entire city, our lifeguard chief is with us. James Garland, Chief. Nicole McNeil, who is the district manager for aquatics in our Park and Rec department. I thought she'd get the best applause. I think that's well deserved. And I want to acknowledge Michelle Anderson, the board chair of the San Diego Parks Foundation. You might be confused. That's actually Katherine Johnston, who's also with the Parks Foundation, one of our wonderful partners to make sure that our parks are well maintained and programmed. We also have a number of other folks. Our park director is here, Andy Field. Where did Andy go? And last but certainly not least, I was so excited to see this person when I showed up. It is my friend, my former colleague on the City Council, a great leader from Mid-City when she served it as the representative for District 9, my friend, former council member Marty Emerald. So my job is to continue naming off a couple of names, but just a couple quick comments. As I mentioned, this is a great and a long-awaited day for the people of City Heights. This is a $4.6 million renovation of this pool that began back in 2018. Now, sometimes you wouldn't remember that, but I know all of you remembering it because you've been calling the office saying, when is this pool going to reopen? And I know the council president and I have been equally frustrated by the delays behind the project, largely because of the pandemic and some of the challenges we had to experience during those 2+ years that we've had to be apart. But just in time for summer, here we are, prepared to reopen the City Heights Swim Center for our local community, families, and of course, these incredible children who are here. You guys excited about this pool? So let me tell you a little bit about the improvements. This project included major renovations to both the main pool that you see behind me, as well as to the children's pool that's just to your right, as well as the installation of a new water play structure, slide and deck area just behind the kids over there. I'm predicting that's going to be a huge hit here for the kids in City Heights. Now, I want to tell you, projects like this, over this period of time, with this kind of price tag, are not easily accomplishable. And I want to call out a couple of the folks that really made this possible. Of course, it starts with our City Council President. Councilmember Elo-Rivera has been a dogged supporter of this particular project. It is here and complete today because of him, so thank you very much, Council President. Now, he gets to vote on things, I get to sign stuff, but the people who really do the work are our city engineering and capital project staff. In particular, the construction management team. There are a number of folks, but if I can just run through some names, Luis, Collins, Tony, Hip, Barry, and Avram all did incredible work, as well as the project management team, Alif, Jason, Sarah, and Parita, who have also worked on it. The consultant for this project, Platt Whitelaw, and the contractor, Fordois Construction. How about a round of applause for all those folks that actually built this project? Now, once the project's done, then you have to program it. It has to work. And I tell you, we're entrusting this project to an incredible Park and Recreation department. I already mentioned our Parks Director, Andy Field, one of the toughest jobs in the city, but he does it with so much grace and so much class. I love Andy. I think he does a great job. He's backed up by Gina Dulay, his Deputy Director, Nicole McNeil, as I mentioned, you'll hear from in a moment, and Carlos Rios from Park and Rec. So let's give it up for our Park and Rec team, everybody. And of course, when we're swimming, kids, we want to be safe, exactly, and made safe by our chief lifeguard, for Chief Garland, as well as all of our lifeguards who are here. Give it up for our lifeguards, you guys. And last but not least, we can't do many of these projects any longer without some strong non-government partners. And one of the most important things we've had in City Heights for a long time is an incredible partner in Price Charities. I know this personally. I was a kid that was found by the Price family back when I was about 14 years old. I was put into one of their flagship programs, the Aaron Price Fellows Program. Absolutely changed my life. That was a long time ago. And the fact that Price is still here in City Heights investing in the people and in this community is truly remarkable. A lot of folks come in for a year or two, maybe a couple of fiscal years. Not many people do this commitment for decades, and the product of their investment is all around us. It's in me, it's in these children, it's in this park, it's in those play fields, all around us. So to Price Price Philanthropies, in particular, Robert and Allison Price, the leaders behind this effort, as well as my good friend Rosario Anacon, who is, and hopefully she's here, Rudy Vargas, who I did see is here, and so give it up for Rudy. He's another homegrown City Heights leader. Sakara Ture, and my friend Jeanette Lawrence Shea. Where's Jeanette at? There she is. Incredible, incredible, incredible. Please take our community's appreciation back to the Price family for all that they do and for all that the staff of Price Philanthropy does. And last but not least, our San Diego Parks Foundation Board. This organization is maybe not one you've heard of before. A lot of you probably know we have a library foundation. They've been extremely helpful for a very long period of time to make sure our libraries are well programmed and have a lot of good hours. We've recently been able to create a Parks Foundation, and I will tell you in a very short amount of time, they've become a critical partner for making sure that our parks are used to their maximum benefit for the community. Last summer, they partnered with us in the county of San Diego to put on a whole lot of quality youth programming in our parks. Our Come Play Outside initiative was at communities like this one and all over the city. I see Fern Street Circus here, one of our partners in that effort. If you saw Fern Street Circus performing in one of the parks last summer, that was in part because of the Parks Foundation. As I mentioned, Katherine Johnston is here. And then last but certainly not least, I want to thank the people of City Heights. A lot of you come to me over the last couple of years saying, what the heck is going on with this park? Why is it not open yet? When is the pool going to reopen? It's in part because I recognize in this community, a lot of you don't have pools at home. This is your pool. And if it's not open, you don't have access to aquatic opportunities. You don't have access to it. Your kids don't have access to it. The community doesn't have access to it. I will tell you these investments were necessary. This pool needed this investment to make sure that it can continue to serve this community for decades to come. But your patience and the grace that you've extended while we did the work, particularly during the most tough time that any of us will experience, this pandemic, I appreciate your patience, but I appreciate what you all do for this community every single day. Yeah, this is not the richest community in the city, no question about it. But there's no doubt in my mind that this community deserves the very best of everything we have to offer in this city. And I promise you, this pool and this structure is about the best that we can provide, and now it belongs in the best community. So thank you all for your patience in allowing us to provide this amenity back to the community. So now it's my pleasure to introduce, as I said, my partner in all things for District 9 and City Heights and Mid-City. You have a wonderful representative in him, and he happens to be our City Council President. Would you please welcome to the podium Council President Sean Elo-Rivera. Council President.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor and I had coffee this morning, and we discussed a number of very not fun topics. This is fun. This is fun because this is good, and it's going to result in not just the smiles on faces this morning, but over years and years to come. So I just will start by saying how grateful I am that this pool is reopening. We really, really believe that every neighborhood should have places, safe places for fun, for learning, and for inspiration. And that's why this is a great day for City Heights. As the mayor was saying, we shouldn't have to leave our communities to go participate in fun things, in learning opportunities, and to be inspired. And after years of waiting, the reopening of this pool means that our community is regaining one of its cherished spaces that will benefit people of all ages and all backgrounds. Perhaps most importantly, we're going to regain a place where we build community. And after the last couple of years, we know how important it is to be able to share space as community and rebuild community, especially for our young ones. And so I'm so glad that you all are here this morning. This pool for them, these young folks have had to deal with something the last couple of years that none of us who are adults ever had to go through. And we owe it to them to do more stuff like this. And so not just because I'm a former swim coach or swimmer, but because I know that this You all deserve this. I'm so excited about this pool reopening. I want to thank the folks in City Heights for your patience and for your persistence. And before I get to naming folks from the city and the various organizations that have helped make this happen, there's a member of the community here who I think is kind of a model for what City Heights community advocacy looks like, especially with respect to the pool. Anna, hi. If you want to just step forward really quick. Yeah. So Anna has kids who became swimmers because of the pool that was here, right? And I know from knowing Anna that she would not let me forget about this pool if we were not working diligently to reopen it. And it's folks like Anna who are in abundance here in City Heights, who day after day show up for their community, advocating, not asking to be mentioned in a press conference, probably being a bit embarrassed that I am mentioning you in a press conference, but who really are the glue that keeps our community together and the driving force behind making sure that this community gets what it deserves. And with that, I also want to make sure that we're thanking our city engineering and capital project staff, our parks and recreation staff. A big thank you, as was mentioned, to Price Philanthropies for you all also being consistent advocates and investors in this effort. Katherine from the Parks Foundation, thank you for being here. And then Nicole McNeil and Mayor Gloria. I'll say this about Mayor Gloria and this pool. There's certain things where I feel like I have to sell it. Mayor Gloria's got a big city to run with a lot of things going on, and oftentimes, competing priorities. I never had to sell the importance of this project to Mayor Gloria. When I mentioned to him that it was taking longer than it should have, he wasn't like, Sean, be patient. There's other things to worry about besides swimming. I know that he was committed to getting this thing open as quickly as possible, and I'm grateful for that. Before the pool closed in 2018, the City Heights Swim Center hosted the highest number of Learn to Swim classes out of all swimming pools across the city of San Diego. So that gives you an idea of how important this pool is to this community in teaching people this important life skill, how to swim and how to be comfortable in the water. We know that 79% of children in households with incomes less than $50,000 have little to no swimming ability. And we know that formal swimming lessons reduce the likelihood of drowning by 88%. So what we're talking about here is actually a matter of life and death that should not be determined by the income of someone's family. This pool and the classes here will save lives and open access to a new world of opportunities for people in this community, whether that means these folks here becoming future swim champions or future lifeguards. Hi. This is going to quite literally open doors of opportunity. I also want to make sure that the mayor and I recognize the City of San Diego Parks and Rec Department, the Fire Rescue Department, the Prevent Drowning Foundation of San Diego, the San Diego Parks Foundation, for all of your relentless effort to get this, to prevent drowning and to improve water competency for the City of San Diego residents and our visitors. And with that, I am proud to say that we're proclaiming the month of May Water Safety and Drowning Prevention Month. That's why I'm wearing this very, very sleek life vest. And with that, I will now toss it to Nicole McNeil. Thank you.
Thank you, Council President Elo-Rivera and Honorable Mayor Gloria, for being here today and recognizing the significance of today's event and the importance of water safety education in our communities. Your continued support for the Parks and Recreation Department and prioritizing pool facilities and water safety is very much appreciated. I'd like to thank the community and all of our partner organizations who have joined us on this very special day. The weather may not have totally cooperated, but we're so excited for this fun-filled day with many more to come. While I serve as the Aquatics District Manager for the Parks and Recreation Department here in the city, I was formerly the swimming pool manager here at the City Heights Swim Center, so this facility holds a special place in my heart. I am also the volunteer president for the Prevent Drowning Foundation of San Diego, and in that role, I know how important it is that the summer approaches, we must prioritize water safety and reduce the number of accidental drownings in our communities. As previously mentioned, May is Drowning Prevention Month in San Diego, and May 20th is also National Wear Your Life Jacket to Work Day. So we are bringing attention to drowning. It is a major problem globally, in the U.S., in the state of California, and also here in San Diego. Everyone knows someone who has been impacted by drowning, and everyone is potentially at risk for drowning. Wherever there is water, there is risk. The highest risk locations for drowning vary by age. Among infants under 1 year old, 2/3 of all drownings occur in bathtubs. Most drownings happen in home swimming pools among children ages 1 to 4. More than half of fatal and non-fatal drownings among people 15 years and older occur in natural water. Drowning is the number one cause of injury-related death for children 1 to 4 years old, and the second leading cause of death for children under 14. So please spread the word. You can never be too careful around water. When your child is missing, check the water first, and never swim alone. Make sure that water is supervised at all times by a lifeguard or a water watcher. When not in use, water should be blocked by fencing and alarms. Everyone is safer when they wear life jackets and they learn how to swim. It's critical that we do all we can to offer every person the opportunity to learn how to swim and participate in one of the healthiest forms of exercise there is. It takes a coordinated effort to prevent drowning between our city, our school districts, nonprofit agencies, and foundations to transform our communities where racial and economic disparities exist and break the cycle of lack of exposure to aquatic activities that ultimately leads to more drownings. City Heights is an incredible community, and opening the pool is a big step in the right direction for drowning prevention and providing positive and fun recreational opportunities to our City Heights residents. But we need to do more, and we're calling on our friends and neighbors to help. There is currently a significant pool guard shortage across our city. Please spread the word that the City of San Diego is hiring. You can apply for aquatics jobs at the city's website at sandiego.gov/parksjobs. Let us know if you are interested in becoming a pool guard and serving your community. We are currently hiring aquatic interns here in City Heights. We will hire you and teach you how to swim while on the job. Lack of swimming skills is no longer a barrier for aquatic employment. Let's prepare more individuals for careers in aquatics. The more pool guards and lifeguards and swim instructors available, the more we can provide aquatic opportunities and save lives. During my time working in City of Heights, I've had some of the best memories teaching the water fitness class, teaching students from Rosa Parks how to swim, hosting the most extravagant swim team and water polo banquets, and dive-in movie nights. Pools are welcoming, inclusive, exciting, great places to work, and you can do a lot of good for your communities by working at a pool. Positive change happens at the City Heights Swim Center, teaching the kids how to swim and preparing them for the junior lifeguard program, sending them off to the beach for the first time. Our kids are our future. When kids grow up at the City Heights pool and get hired by the City of San Diego, when they begin sitting in that lifeguard tower at the pool or out at the bayfront, they are the change in our communities and the change we really need. Thank you, and now I'd like to turn it over to Chief James Garland with the city's Lifeguard Division and the Fire Rescue Department. Chief.
Thank you, Nicole. And I'm going to make it quick because I see these guys bouncing up and down, and every minute I talk keeps them away from this pool. But one, I just want to thank Mayor Todd, Gloria, and Council President Elo-Rivera for putting the horsepower behind this project and getting it over the finish line. I look at all the engineers and the folks here, and I realize these are all the folks that helped build the lifeguard towers in the city. So the mayor brought in the A-team to get this done for this community. So it's amazing, and this is an amazing pool. Due to my position as lifeguard chief, which I humbly serve at and I'm honored to have, I look at this pool a little bit different. Many people look at it as a sense of joy where you can come and swim and cool off in the summertime. I look at it as a life-saving tool. Every person that learns how to swim in this pool is a life saved. And when you guys swim here and learn to swim here, we want you to swim strong, swim fast, and swim often. Nicole McNeil has a Learn to Swim program. From this program, if you get to a certain ability and level of swimming, the Prevent Drowning Foundation will provide up to 60 scholarships to the junior lifeguard program. And then I get you. You come and my team teaches you life-saving skills for life. And you start working your way up in the beach, you get strong in the oceans and in the open water, and then you get to become a lifeguard 1. And I'm very proud to say this year, a position is opening of lifeguard 2. It's full-time career lifeguard. We will have our first applicant that started with Nicole McNeil, Learn to Swim at the city pools, applying to become a career lifesaver on a professional rescue team. So that is exciting, and it all starts right here. And without this pool, we can't start that. So this pool is open. It is exciting. And I would say just a couple things. If you cannot swim and you're going to be around the water, wear a properly fitting Coast Guard approved life jacket. And when you come to the beaches and the bays, please swim near a lifeguard. Thank you very much. I'm going to turn it over to Katherine Johnston, the Executive Director of the San Diego Parks Foundation. Thank you.
Welcome. It's really an honor to be here this morning with you all. My name's Katherine Johnston. I'm the Executive Director of the San Diego Parks Foundation. As the mayor mentioned, we've been in existence for about 4 years. We've raised a little over $2 million for public spaces. And I just want to reiterate the importance that a community village like you all, it takes a village of philanthropists, it takes a village of community activists, it takes a village of effective and dedicated city employees to make things like this come to fruition. And we are dedicated to seeing these types of public facilities in all communities. And we know that it takes the resources, the commitment from our elected officials, it takes the community, it takes all of those things to bring these type of facilities into fruition for the benefit of the community. I'm going to sell you on the value of public spaces, but you probably all are already sold. But these are the types of things that we know from the pandemic. These are the type of facilities that bring people together, create positive memories in your community, build social cohesion, bring people together across different political and racial divides. These are not just pools, they are social infrastructure that will improve our local communities and our local city. Great parks are the mark of a great city, and I'm extremely grateful to the mayor, I'm extremely grateful to the council president and all of the amazing Park and Rec employees that see the value in public spaces and have chose to invest in them. And I want to reiterate my extreme gratitude for Price Philanthropies. Not only have they been a staple in this community, they have also seen the value in supporting park and recreation and public spaces and the department. And with that, we are going to be able to accomplish so much more even. This summer, we're going to have tons of Come Play Outside programs again. Go to your local recreation center. We're going to have movie nights. We're going to have teen nights. We're going to have summer camp, lots of summer camp. So go find out what you can sign up for. The Parks Foundation is so grateful to be here, and we are so looking forward to supporting the Learn to Swim program here, and so that we can help folks get a career at the beach, which does not sound half bad. So thank you all for being here, and with that, I'm going to give it back to the mayor.
I'm with you, Katherine. I think a lateral into the lifeguard service would be a good idea for me. Work on this beach body. I need to get into position. All right, listen. Does City Heights not have the best behaved children you've ever seen? These children have been so patient. You guys, I'm so proud of you. 2 minutes, okay? Really quick. We thanked a lot of employees for the city, and I believe passionately we have an incredible team at City Hall. We have wonderful city employees. I did not mention, and they are here today, a number of our firefighters and police officers in the back. Would you give it up for our firefighters and our police officers, you guys? Station 17, the hub. Mid-City Division, these are two of the busiest parts of our city's firefighting and police department. And guys, I appreciate you. Thank you for what you do. If lifeguard is not for you, you can be a firefighter or police officer. We're hiring there too, so just say. And so thank you to all of our city employees and everyone who made this possible. I want to conclude with this. We have to do a lot more of these. We have to do a whole lot more of these. Whether it's existing infrastructure like this one or the Bud Kearns Pool that we reopened recently in Balboa Park, to communities that don't even have public pools or public parks or branch libraries. We have to do a lot more of this. With the City Council's assistance, we passed last year the Parks Master Plan, Parks for All of Us, that will certainly help make that more likely. They're currently considering the Build Better SD initiative. All of this is meant to provide more flexibility to make sure that dollars are flowing into neighborhoods to make improvements that improve the quality of life of the residents in those communities. This is a great day. With these initiatives, I believe we can have many more of them, and I know that we need them. I know that there are communities like this one that deserve more than we've been delivering. I think today is proof that we can deliver. We've got the right team, we've got the right leaders, we've got the best kids in the world. Let's do more infrastructure projects that improve the quality of life of our neighborhoods across San Diego. I think when we do that, we will be much closer to our title of being America's finest city. And with that, everybody in the pool, let's go.